Patrick Hutzel from intensivecarehotline.com with another quick tip for families in intensive care. Today's tip is again a case study from one of our members. We actually have been working with this member for 12 months now. It's one of our very loyal members, and he's got his mom in ICU, and he's had his mom in ICU for the last 12 months. Very complex medical situation. The ICU team basically from day one told him that it's all hopeless and that she's going to die and that she's going to die very soon. And here we are 12 months later. She's still alive. She's still in ICU. She's still cognitive. And her son is fighting the battles for her to keep her alive. Now, she may not leave intensive care alive, but, it's still about what does the patient want? What does the family want? What do they believe in? And they believe in that nobody has the right to end someone's life just by switching off machines, right? And it doesn't matter where you stand in your point of view. Everyone has their right for their own point of view and how they see life and how they see end of life, right? And how they see their own family member in those situations. And it's very important that you can get peace of mind in those situations, make informed decisions, have control, have power, and have influence. And that's what we've been doing with this particular member in our membership for families of critically ill patients at intensivecarehotline.com for the last 12 months, advocating over and over and over again, and also reminding the hospital of their rights, of their duty of care, that they can't just take someone off life support without patient or family consent, because as we all know now, hospitals are prepared to do that at the drop of a hat, to free up their beds, to push their agenda, without paying attention, or even worse, violating actually patients' and families' rights. And that is certainly not what's happened here. We even helped this particular member to go to another ICU, which was actually a good move, because the ICU where this lady was in for a good proportion of the last 12 months, was adamant that, to withdraw life support, and was what looked like deliberately withholding medications, not supplying certain medications, just very unethical behavior from a particular hospital. And but we were able to guide the client through it by looking at medical records, by talking to doctors and nurses directly, just breaking it all down for the client, and strategizing his moves. Most ICUs think that families don't know what they don't know, and they're right most of the time. But by families working with us one-on-one, we give them all the insights that they need, or the guidance they need, to strategize their moves. And also, over time, intensive care teams realize that families are talking to professionals that understand intensive care inside out just as much as they do. And that's the counterbalance that you and your family need when you have a loved one in intensive care. You need that second opinion. You need the focus on your rights. Most families in intensive care don't even know they have rights. They just go along to get along. Big mistake. Never go along just to get along, right? Because, you're not getting anywhere with this. The number of people we have calling up when they have lost a loved one in intensive care, and then they find our website, and then they say things like, oh, I didn't know that someone can advocate for me while I have a loved one in intensive care. I didn't know something like intensivecarehotline.com even existed, right? And I can say with no exaggeration that we have saved many lives over the years in intensive care with our advocacy. Many times intensive care teams have been ready to stop life support literally overnight, and we successfully intervene because we know about patient and family rights. We're the experts in it, right? And we also know, obviously, what's possible on a clinical level, what can and what can't be done, right? So you cannot believe anything that comes out of intensive care team's mouth without fact checking, without getting a second opinion. So this particular lady here has been in multi-organ failure for a number of months now. Her liver is failing, kidneys are failing. She had a stroke. The heart is weak. Nothing really that speaks for her survival, but with solid treatment and with ongoing treatment, her condition has stabilized. And as I said, many times the intensive care team told that client, well, she's not going to survive for the next couple of days. And here we are 12 months later, and she's still here, she's still cognitive, she still wants to live. She's ventilated, she's got a tracheostomy. Unfortunately, home care in the location where this client is in is not an option. Otherwise, we probably would have taken her home with intensive care at home. But unfortunately, that's not an option in the location that this particular client is in. But, the bottom line is this. We are a pro-life organization. We are not a nihilistic organization here, because many hospitals nowadays are nihilistic, and they say things like, well, this person won't have any quality of life. What is quality of life? What is it? It's different for you, it's different for me. It's a very subjective measure, and it's not up to the hospitals to determine what is a good quality of life, what is a bad quality of life, right? So I hope that gives you another case study. It's almost like another testimonial. I know this particular client is very busy still fighting for his mum. And I said she's got a long-standing medical history, diabetes, thrombocytopenia. Now she's got end-stage renal disease. She's got atrial fibrillation. She had a stroke. She's got hepatic encephalopathy, and has respiratory failure with ventilator-associated pneumonia with Pseudomonas. The list is endless, but regardless of that, she is still alive, and she wants to live, and her family wants her to live. So it's another story of that you should never give up, if you believe in what you're doing, and if you believe in what your loved ones want, and stand up for it, And this particular member here stood up for it, or is still standing up for it with much success with our help, by guiding him every day. We look at medical records. We say what's possible. We say what's not possible. We guide him what he needs to say to the ICU to, again, get control, power, influence, peace of mind, and so that he can make informed decisions. And we can do the same for you. If you want to become one of our members here in our membership for families of critically ill patients, you can find more information at intensivecaresupport.org. There you get access to me and my team 24 hours a day in the membership area and via email. And we answer all questions intensive care related. I also offer one-on-one consulting and advocacy for families in intensive care over the phone, via Skype, via Zoom, via WhatsApp, whichever medium works best for you. I talk to doctors and nurses directly. And I ask all the questions you haven't even considered asking, but you must ask in order to make informed decisions, get peace of mind, control, power, and influence. Now, we also offer medical record reviews in real time so that you can get a second opinion in real time. Please contact us for that. We also offer medical record reviews after intensive care. If you have unanswered questions, if you have need closure, if you're suspecting medical negligence, you can contact us as well at intensivecarehotline.com. You can call us on one of the numbers on the top of our website, or simply send us an email to support@intensivecarehotline.com with your questions. Now, if you find my videos valuable, subscribe to my YouTube channel for regular updates for families in intensive care. Click the like button, click the notification bell, comment below what you want to see next or what questions and insights you have. Share the video with your friends and families. Thank you so much for watching. This is Patrick Hutzel from intensivecarehotline.com, and I will talk to you in a few days. Take care for now.